Hello, I'm Richard. I'm one of the gardeners here at the Royal Crescent Hotel. Sadly we're closed at the moment, but we will be gearing up to do our spring container planting. We've got a couple of different options which we can show you today that hopefully you can have a go at home, or at least give some inspiration for a later date. Okay, the first of the two containers we're going to do today are cooler tones or colours, I would say. So the first plant that we're going to use this as a feature plant in the container is a hellebore, Helleborus Ice and Roses Rose. What we're going to do with this before we plant it is remove last year's leaves, which will show the flowers off to a much better extent. Okay, so this hellebore is a little bit pot bound, but not too bad, but they don't like having their roots disturbed too much, so don't pull the roots way too hard, just tease them away from the root ball just to encourage them away into the surrounding soil. Okay, so we've positioned this hellebore at the back of the container because it's going to be a little bit taller than the other plants that we add. Take some time just to position it so the flowers are facing forward and it's level. The top of the pot is level with the soil in the container. Okay, we're adding 3 different spring bulbs which have been grown on in pots which I've purchased from the garden centre. Lots of different varieties available, but what I've chosen here is a dwarf daffodil, Narcissus minnow, a dwarf iris, Iris reticulata Pauline, and a crocus, Grand Martree. So I've spread them through in little triangles just to spread the colour across the container and across your eye as you look at them. So they're only just poking through the soil now, but in a couple of weeks' time they'll all be flowering, and being perennial plants, once they finish flowering, you could add these to the garden if you've got space, and they'll come back year after year. Okay, so this container we're using warmer colours of oranges, reds and yellows. As with the other container, we've used a feature plant, and this time it's a wallflower, winter orchid, Eurysimum winter orchid. We've also got some daffodils, Narcissus tete-a-tete, and some tulips, Giuseppe Verdi, and one called Flare.